Good evening, ladies and gents. If there are any ladies or gents watching at the moment, guys, football's back. Proper football, not international football. Football that gets our hearts fluttering, our emotions flowing, and we get Andy cursing. Guys, Man United versus Burnley Carabao Cup preview. Let's get the show on the road. Good evening, Andy. How are you doing, sir?
I'm good, thank you, Mr. B. I'm good. Just wrapping presents. I can't wrapping on the floor, man. It hurts your knees, hurts your legs. And I'm not wrapping with 2-pack or biggie. I'm wrapping with scissors and wrapping paper. Because your knees, believe me, when you're old, it hurts. When you're a kid, it's easy.
Dad, my man.
No, how are we doing, Mr. B?
How you doing, man? How you doing?
I'm good. I agree with Andy. I'm one of those, me. I'd rather be multi-purpose. Bit of tinfoil, scrunch, wrap, done. And if you unravel it carefully, you can stick it on top of turkey and whack it in oven. Multi-purpose. Multi-purpose.
Yeah, well, times are tough in it, man. Yeah.
Exactly.
Turkey dinner as well as your wrapping paper. Why not?
Living the dream.
Fucking genius.
The top tip, that, man.
I like that one. My missus does all of that. I don't have to stress that. Before we go any further, Matthew Bassett's in the house. Any football waffle, we see ya. Prince of Maine, how you doing, man? Mark Edmund, good morning to your box. We see ya. Before I go any further, before I get in any trouble, just a word from our sponsors, GMS Global Mapping Surveys. We are now sponsored by Global Mapping Surveys. Global Mapping Surveys currently assist architects, property developers, and construction companies all over the country. They offer a wide range of services such as setting out topographical surveys, 3D laser scanning, monitoring. The link is in the description and website below. If you enter code #solo, I'm sure there's a discount on the way somewhere along the line. Right, guys. World Cup final. I actually thought it was a pretty good game, to be fair. I wasn't bothered who won. I wasn't bothered who lost. I just wanted it to be a good game, and it exceeded all my expectations, to be fair. Andy, how did you find it, man?
I watched it in bed. Fuck. Because it was freezing yesterday. I stayed warm with a water bottle, watched it in bed. I thought, yeah, 2-0. That's it. Done and dusted. Then all of a sudden, typical France, they wake up, they ride the luck, and Mbappe just turns it on and off like a tap. And I'm like, oh, bloody hell. Then then I got up for extra time, watched the extra times on the sofa. And it was wall to wall, end to end. I've not seen a match like that since the Champions. I'm not seen it like that since the Champions League final 2008 with United and Chelsea. That had everything. That game yesterday, and in the last dying seconds, the Argentina lad made that save, and you see the French lads running onto the pitch thinking he scored.
He scored, yeah.
And I love that. Oh no! Oh no! Like you say, reap what you sow, France and Argentina, worthy winners, and Messi is the goal. That's bottom line. Can't deny it. Really can't deny it. And that robe we put on, I thought that was kind of jazzy. I love that. Kind of jazzy. It's their culture. Like a coronation, man. Why not?
Dad, how did you find it, man?
It were good. I did a watch along for it, and like I said, I think I said it 2-0. I said Argentina, is history going to repeat itself? They can't just sit on this. France are going to have to come out and try and take the game to them. It happened against the Netherlands where they managed to get back into it. But watching the game until what, 60, 70 minutes, it was, pure bias when you look at it in terms of the football. Argentina just absolutely romped home. France, I don't know where it came from. Honestly, really don't know where it came from. It pendulum went one way, then another, then another. It's like it was just pissing it wind. It rolled over, Gaff. And in the end, I think it went to the deserved winners, in my opinion, anyway.
Yeah, just makes you wonder, doesn't it? Because England could have had 2 World Cup finals and 1 Euros in the last 3 tournaments now.
Well, France weren't good enough against Morocco. They weren't good enough against us.
Rolled the luck against us, rolled the luck against Morocco. But it's what if, and now Southgate's on to the next Euros as well. So I hope he learns fast. Otherwise, we're going to be. It's a wasted generation opportunity.
100%.
Now, all of that international tosh is out of the way. Nearly Prem. And in all fairness, the way Burnley are playing next season, it could be a Prem game. We have you guys in the cup. I'll be honest, we've got so much players away. But I know Solo's got a team up, so I'm expecting. I've had a look, and I'm not really gonna I can't really disagree too much with what he's got up there. But Dan, your team, obviously, Company got appointed. What were your thoughts when obviously Daesh left and Company got appointed?
Regarding Daesh, it was a strange timing for me. I mean, we'd just beaten Everton, and at that point, I thought, right, maybe the tide's going to turn. We're going to have that belief stay up, and then we went to Norwich. We went to Norwich almost like that's it. We're already going to be staying up, and Eds were up our own arse. We lost 2-0, and it was just almost like, oh no, here we go again. If you're going to sack him straight after the Norwich game. Don't give him a full week to prepare for the next match. Sack him on the Friday ahead of a team meeting, and then say, right, thanks for all your service. Even the message the club put out afterwards. I mean, this is a bloke who didn't really get a sniff at Watford. I still see it now when I look back on my Facebook memories. What have we appointed Daesh for? Cheap option. What are you doing, Burnley? Blah, blah, blah. And I am made to eat my own hat every time I see it. I've deleted it now, so I don't have to. But that's where my mind were at the time. This is a guy who came in, he did well, but like we're seeing with Arsene Wenger at Arsenal, sometimes you can have your little period of success, but then it stagnates, it goes stale, and it needs a change. And that's where I thought, yeah, it did. Company coming in, when there were talk of Company or Rooney, I think I'd have preferred Rooney at the time just due to the fact that he'd had that sniff of English football management. And I thought, really, would Company even still come to us if we relegated? I thought Rooney would have done. Didn't think Company would have even given it a second thought and gone, nah, I'm not interested. But, he came in, he's done what he's done. He's had to, shape up a team that lost a good bulk of first teamers, Ben Mee, Tarkowski, McNeil, Corney. Burnley have been quite well renowned for that back four. It's been quite tough to break down with that low block and things like that. So to lose the 2 key men in Ben Mee and Tarkowski in one foul swoop, you're a little bit like, shit. Like, are we on for double drops here? And he's, we've never delved into the foreign market. That's another thing. We've always been crap when we've delved in there. I remember players like Diego Penny and Remco van der Schaaf. They played in the opening day of the championship season, the season we got promoted via the playoffs. We got beat 4-1 away at Hillsborough. They never played for Burnley again. So the success that we've had with these foreign players has been absolutely naff. But this revolution that he's coming in, and I can't really say he's even put a stamp on yet. He's pretty much just put an imprint, not much of a stamp. So I'm looking forward to the future, and yeah, I'm made up with what we're seeing at the moment. Company is king.
He had a good couple of years at Anderlecht, didn't he?
Yeah. Well, it nearly went tits up with him there, didn't it, at first? Because he were Well, I think we're player manager at first, and then they're a bit like, "Ooh, this ain't working
I've seen
out."
one of his team talks. I've seen it on social media. He laid into the Anderlecht lads, and it was losing at half time. He really laid into him. I think that was at the end of his first season. Could have been end of last season, but yeah, I've seen his man management skills pretty good.
He's not bad. He's not bad. I'm happy. I'm happy with what we're getting. I'm happy with the togetherness that the team's got as well under him. You know, you can see they're a real unit together, even though they're a bunch of lads that have been with each other for only a handful of months. It seems like they've all known each other for years. So, yeah, I can't say there's too much to grumble. Although there is a few fans that are like, "Oh, these American owners, it's going to come back and bite us in the arse."
God, everybody's moaning, aren't they? Jesus Christ.
Well, they're only saying it because the way they bought our club was similar to the way the Glazers bought yous. You know, through like that. What's it called? Yeah, basically bought us on debt.
Was it like that? Like
so yours is? Do you think it's all on promotion? And if you lot need to get promoted?
Well, I think that were another reason behind a lot of the key players going was because when we went down, I think we took a loan out from a similar company that Southampton have been using, some Australian bank. And if we stayed up, we could pay it back whenever we wanted, sort of a certain fee every month. But upon relegation, the bulk of that had to be paid. So we had
payments for the season. No, that should have helped, shouldn't it?
Yeah, I mean that's another thing. We made about 70, just under 70 million in player sales, and yet signed. I think we lost 13 players, signed 16, and we still didn't even break the £20 million mark. And yet we top the league.
This is where American owners are dodgy, mate. We've got the dodgiest of the dodgiest. So
that's what I mean. How many little add-ons are in there that we don't know about?
Oh, yeah. When their books get analysed, Jesus Christ.
Oh, that's the word, Rick. Leveraged buyout. That's what they did to the club. It was over a leverage deal.
Listen, these guys are geniuses today, mate. I tell you.
It's like Bournemouth. They've been bought by American owners now, an American owner from Las Vegas. Yeah. So, yeah. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, and I wouldn't touch them with a barge pole.
I was going to say I don't think it works. What happens in Bournemouth stays in Bournemouth. It don't.
Oh yeah, there'll be no hangover.
Oh God, right. So, obviously, forgive me, Dan. I don't have a stat or a what's the word I'm looking for? A thumbnail with your team on, but as usual, we've got Solo's 11 now. This is something that Solo does weekly before we play a game, and normally we have a moan, but I'm going to look at it. Andy, you can have a look. Guys in the chat, you can have a look. Has Solo got it wrong this week? I actually think this is going to be as good as we're going to get. I know that the World Cup boys, I think, are back. The English guys are back tomorrow. There was no training today. I can't see any of them featuring. So I think that this is what we're going to be playing.
You know, if you're desperate, Rashford,
you think we're desperate?
If we're desperate, I'm telling you, I'm taking this seriously, mate. I want to win this cup. The opportunity's there, Mr. B. I'd take this squad, yes, but I may just put Rashford on the bench. If you need something, if you're losing with 20 minutes to go, it's unacceptable. Because this is an opportunity to get to the next round, and the draw, City, Liverpool, another big gun will go out. Newcastle, favourable home game, aim against Bournemouth. So I would maybe keep one or two on the bench. You may be surprised, Mr. B.
Does that team fill you with fear?
It's a strong team. Can't deny that. I just think the way we're playing at the minute, we don't think that any team is not beatable.
Okay,
we're sort of going into it with that mentality.
Yeah, well, you beat Sunderland, didn't you, a few weeks ago before the World Cup, and they were beating you at half time, weren't they?
Yeah. I hated that game. 2-0 down at half time. I went and grabbed a beer, and all you could hear were random Burnley fans saying, "Oh, fuck this shit! I'm going to the pub." And I'm lucky. I'm glad I stayed. Glad I stayed. But again, at so many games we've been in losing positions, and then we've pulled it back. You know, being 2-1 down against Rotherham, turning that 3-2. The momentum with the game prior to the World Cup starting when we beat the six-fingered inbreds down at M65, and when we beat them 3-0. Oh, there's a few names for them. Horse botherers.
Oh, mate. I've been to Blackburn, and when there's chickens parked outside, there was chickens outside someone's house on a street on a patch of grass in Blackburn. Says it all.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Live chickens on a Saturday afternoon going to a Blackburn game.
You look at people have farms and they have horses and stuff like that, but in Blackburn the horses lie in bed next to them. Honestly, sister botherers.
Shut down here.
I hate them. Hate them with a passion.
I can tell.
Yeah.
I could really tell. I still see you, Rory C. I see you in the chat box. I see you in the chat. Paul Teddy, I see you in the chat. Just trying to save the subject a bit, to be fair, so that nobody doesn't slap me for all of those insults that you just passed their way. Bloody hell. Box. So Box is saying he would play Grabka, Gerardo, Lindelof, McTominay at centre back. Oh, right, yeah, okay. Williams, Van der Beek, Eriksson, Savage, Iqbal, Martial, and Garnacho. I don't know if that's strong enough to
I'd play Maguire. I really would.
Would you
play Maguire or Luke Shaw?
You would pull them all back, wouldn't you? Are you worried? Right. Are you worried about the game, Andy?
Yeah, I am worried because this is like a pre-season friendly squad. It is like a pre-season friendly squad.
It's not just that. We've also had 2 game weeks as well, you know, to get a bit of momentum into the players as well.
Under the belts. This is like pre-season. This is a pre-season lineup, and I would really take this seriously, Mr. B, because I would bring Maguire and Luke Shaw and Rashford back. You know what I mean? You what? Oh yeah. So this team does all the credit, and the next round, all other guys are back and they take over. Oh no! You want to be part to try and get to Wembley, and these lads put in a brilliant performance, and we get to Wembley. Some of these lads could even make the final, but you don't know if they will.
Yeah, you know we need to get there first. And
I know, but I would play Maguire, Luke Shaw, and Rashford in and around the squad, even if it's substitutes.
I would have them on the bench. I'm not sure. I'm just not sure they're going to start, because I know Box was asking on here, are the English guys back? We were just saying, I'm sure they're not back until tomorrow, because nobody at the club trained today. They had the training day off. They had a day off today, so I'm sure that they're going to be back tomorrow. Eriksson would be back. There was somebody.
What about Casemiro? I mean, he's had the same amount of rest, and he went out.
Oh, see, that's what I'm saying. Would Bruno, with the Brazilians and
Bruno, Casemiro, Fred, he's got to be in the squad for Bruno, definitely.
Yeah.
Didn't England travel back the day after they got beat as well?
Yeah,
they did.
Yeah.
So you'd like to think they'd be back in the club, wouldn't you? Yeah.
Wow. Well, it's going to be interesting to see the training pictures of us tomorrow, to be fair. But Solo, I salute you. I can't see anything too much wrong with that. At the
Definitely
moment,
David De Gea.
You're playing De Gea. Well, I'm taking De Gea.
Yeah.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah, De Gea, definitely.
He didn't fill me with confidence. I'll be honest, Bradford didn't fill me with confidence in the 2 games that I saw him play. I know he was playing behind, but even stuff that he did with the ball, he didn't fill me with confidence. UK Strange is saying Dallow's back, which means all the Portuguese boys are back. So yeah, you know what? He may well go really, really strong.
Yeah,
he may well go really strong.
If you have the English boys back, then you go with Dalot, you go with Bruno, maybe Bruno, Casemiro. I mean, that compensates for the front line. You know what I mean? You got Garnacho. Blimey, now do you imagine if Garnacho was in that squad? Who's just won the World Cup? Jesus, he won't be playing till the other side of Christmas. You know what I mean? So it's so it could be a blessing. Let's say Garnacho's ready to go.
Dan, I'm sure I haven't asked you this question. Changes from your starting 11. You think he's going to make do you think he's going to make a few? Do you think he's going to go strong? As you were saying, you've had a couple games obviously played already. Do you think he's going to go strong?
I think he'll probably keep it as it is. It's weird having a manager that actually wants to do well in a cup as well. You know, Dash didn't do cups. So
the company lifted it enough times, so I'm
yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Will they still call it the Man City's Cup if company wins it? Just for reference.
I know I'd be up for it, being ex blue captain. I know that.
He's going to be up. Yeah, they'll be up. I think Burnley will be up for it. I think it'll be a good test for you guys.
We'll be missing Zarori as well. We'll be missing Zarori because obviously he was with Morocco for the World Cup. So
right.
He probably won't be back. Yeah, he's one of the new lads. He was when we signed him, he was a young Belgium under 21s. But obviously Morocco came calling and he said, "No, I want to switch." So he made that, got called up. To be fair, he only played, I think 25 minutes in the third place playoff game, but either way, good experience for him being only an under 21. I'm sure he'll take it, but I think we'll go strong. When we came back after the World Cup, company said there's no injuries. Every single player is back in contention. So I can't see there being much again, especially if looking at that team that was put together. I think we'll go pretty much full force.
And you've had 2 games as well, haven't you? You've had 2
we're still to get him back and all. He won't come back till end of season though, Vegos, and that's only if Besiktas don't sign him on a perm. The cheeky bastards, right? I'll tell you one thing they did. Right? He goes and scores 2 goals against Argentina. The day after, they came back to us and said, "Can we lower the €10 million fee to sign him permanently?" On your back, Chancer. Get a grip.
Listen, look, you've got to try and you've got to put it out there to make it common knowledge as well. You've got to try dodgy shits. I've got one. Score predictions for the game tomorrow. I'm going to, guys in the chat, please don't forget to hit that like button. If you are new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. Yeah, they are bloody funny. They are funny. There's a lot of them players never seem to get full wages, but they got low tax because a lot of people seem to go.
Matt's out there, isn't it? Matt's out there. Yeah. Who's he? Is it Galatasaray? Yeah. It isn't it?
Was it something like it's one at 2, I think, between them and Fenerbahce, I think.
I don't think it might have been. Yeah, I don't think it was Fenerbahce for some reason. I don't think it was Fenerbahce. Rory, now, let's just start this. Let's just start this all over again. Burnley to win what? Come on now, please. Right, score predictions, guys. I'm actually gonna start with you, Dan. Score prediction for tomorrow.
I'd have preferred it at Turf Moor, I suppose, just because we're unbeaten there. So that would have given us an extra incentive. But then yet again, some of these young lads getting the chance to play at Old Trafford, it'll be a first time for some of the foreign lads as well. I want to back my own team, but I think it's going to go all the way, and it's just going to be the lottery of penalties.
Middlesbrough, Middlesbrough, cap.
I'm gonna say us on penalties, but I think it's gonna go all the way.
Rory Wednesday. Yeah, you're right. It is Wednesday. So you say penalties, yeah?
Yeah, pens.
You think the fact that our ground has been reduced for total nonsensical reasons, and you lot have got 7,500 there, do you think that's going to help your cause?
Yeah, literally, we always travel in numbers. We've sold out, I think, every single away game this season so far, and I think we just sing from start to finish. It'll be a good atmosphere, no matter what. Two teams trying to attack the ball, play that style of football. It's just about who gets the upper hand in it. You've got to look at, like I said, look at the team that Solo put together. You've got the better quality, but then quality sometimes stands for nothing. It's about how much you want it on the day, isn't it?
Yeah.
I hope I'll be on. I hope we're bloody up for it. I really.
I remember,
do.
is it 2020, just before the world went to shit? Burnley beat us 2-0 at Old Trafford. I think it was January 2020.
Oh,
yeah, and the scrutinised, the venom around the ground was awful. It was toxic. It was absolutely toxic. And we panicked and spent 48 million on Bruno Fernandes.
See, we done you guys a favour. At least let us go through then. Come on.
Yeah. I suppose, yeah.
So I've got one scoring. I've got 3-0 from Vincent Bullock.
I think Burnley have only won once in 40, 50 years at Old Trafford. Is that right? I'm not sure.
Yeah, how many times have we drawn though? Can you remember the games that we used to have on Boxing Day and things like that?
Yeah, a Mourinho match. We had like 30 shots on.
Was that where Lingard equalised in like dying minutes?
Oh, that was 2-2. No, not Lindegaard, but Lindelof. Lindelof equalised. Scored in the 91st minute, then in the 95th minute. In Solskjaer was in charge that season. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, easy. And a couple of seasons ago, 2016-17 season, we had Zlatan and we battered you, and we just couldn't get past your goalkeeper.
Oh, Tom Eaton, he was just inspired for him that day. That save where he just sort of makes himself big and saves from that Zlatan shot. I think the club tried selling T-shirts on that after that save, to be fair.
UK Strange has gone 1-1. Rebel, our squad's going to be mainly reserved. So a tight 2-1. I'm assuming you're talking about to us, Rebel. Rory C, Burnley to go 2-1 up. We come back, then they take the lead again. We equalise via a penalty. It goes to penalties, and David De Gea is as meek as Lloris's last night. Bloody hell. It doesn't sound like there's a lot of confidence, man.
I think
got one for you. Where's Tom Eaton?
I think we'll be all right.
Enough.
Is it you guys now? Is it you guys now? Is Tom Eaton back with you lot?
He ain't gonna get no bloody game, but yeah, he's
Tell you what, I'll bring him on for pens if it comes to it, you know.
Because De Gea's a bag of shit. Yeah, I know. He may as well have a skinker. You know those ones that you flip when you throw them one side and they fall over. Like De Gea's absolutely pathetic.
What is penalty savings a bit naff?
It's terrible. He doesn't save penalties.
Yeah, the Europa League final. I mean, maybe we should have brought him off with a few minutes to go when it went to pens. You know, it was the one pen, wasn't it? His pen missed.
Emma and Mark, just a question for you. You're saying the youngsters have been training for the game. Give them a chance. Would you be playing all of them? I'll be honest. This is a game that I want us to go through in. So I wouldn't play all of the youngsters. If he can mix it, then fine. But I think I'll be honest. I think the fact that Burnley play football now will make it not an easier game for the younger players to play in. But because if they were playing your blokes playing that 4-4-2, I think they'll probably get the sherbet kicked out of them. The fact that you lot probably start to play a little bit more may well, if the team is slightly weaker, will not play into our hands, but will make it easier for us to play.
You've got to look at it as well and think, right, how do you approach this? Do you approach it as Carabao Cup 4th round or the round of 16? Because when you say 4th round, it sort of takes the element away from it. But when you think round of 16, you think, right, so close.
Quarter.
Only literally so many games away, and that's it.
You get to a quarter final, then you're 3 games from Wembley. Obviously with the semi, 2-legged semi, but if you get to a quarter final, you're 3 games.
Are they
going to
make? Are they making it a 2-leg semi?
I think it's going back to the 2-legged semi. Yeah, because during COVID it was a one-off.
Jesus Christ! So that's more games.
I mean, unless it's changed, I don't know. If somebody knows, is it back to 2 legs? I mean, was it 2 legs last year? Yeah, it was. Liverpool played Arsenal twice. I remember it. And Chelsea played in a 2-legged semi with Tottenham. So, yeah, it's 2-legged.
See, I'm not looking forward to the Christmas running. I think we play after you guys. We've got Birmingham on the day after Boxing Day. 3 days later, we're away at Swansea. Then we're back at home again 3 days later. And then 4 days later, we've got Bournemouth in the Cup. There's literally no break. There's no time to wipe your arse. It's literally play one game, straight off, clean your boots, put them back on again.
Usually it's 4 games over Christmas in it before this World Cup, wasn't it?
Mm.
It's 4 league games over Christmas and an FA Cup, but it's only 3 games and an FA Cup tie. So
and the Carabao now. The
Carabao,
and
a Manchester derby a week later as well. So it's between January, we've got Arsenal as well. So we could potentially be having 8-9 games in January. Fucking crazy.
We did all right with all of the games in October. Mark Edmond, he's got to play McTominay. Marshall, McTominay's enough senior players to give the kids confidence. I think we probably need a little bit more at the back, to be fair. Emma Kay is saying she wouldn't play all of them. Get 34 get 30 to 45 minutes. I'd rather focus on the FA Cup, in all honesty. A cup's a cup.
That's a question, though. I was going to say that. Like, do you look at it and think a cup is a cup no matter which one you win? Or is it sort of like sod the Carabao Cup?
Yeah, you know what? Maybe a few years ago it would have been, but the fact that it's a new team, new manager, and hopefully from next season, new owners, I would like us to get that winning mentality as soon as possible. I think winning breeds that confidence. Right now, we've got no winners at our club. We've got one in Lissandro Martinez, and he's not going to be back for another 3 weeks, the way that it looks like them Argentinians are going to be partying. So I would rather, it wouldn't normally be the first on the list, but we're so close to Liverpool. Liverpool have got Man City. Arsenal are out. You know, there's a good chance that there's a good opportunity to win this, and there's 6 championship teams left in the cup. So right now it's a really good opportunity for us to go deep. So I'm going strong. I understand a lot of people saying, play the kids and play the reserve, blah blah. No, I'm going as strong as he can, without obviously, putting any harm on these players. As I said, we've got big games. We've got Man City coming up soon as well. There's games that further down the line that are probably bigger was in the bigger scheme of things are bigger than Burnley, but we need to win the game. I don't want penalties.
By any means
necessary. As soon as you mentioned that City game, Andy, so please just let me go to sleep, wake up and forget that it's here. Just go past it.
See, so yeah, it's gonna be. I'm expecting.
I mean, to me, this is the equivalent. Everyone's going mad for Barcelona. When the draw was made, everyone wants Barcelona tickets. Everybody's going mad for Barcelona tickets. I can't be asked going. I'm not going against Barcelona because this is an opportunity to go deep in this competition. And that week and the game that week in Barcelona at Old Trafford, the weekend preceding it is the final, and I want to be there. So you're telling me I'd rather beat Barcelona or I'd rather win a Carabao Cup? I know where I'd rather be on a Sunday.
Yeah, I hear
in
you.
London, winning a trophy, which galvanises you to go even further in your domestic league and try and do something for the rest of the season.
100%.
I mean, for Burnley as well. I mean, It can only every team who's won it over the past few years, it has helped them go on and do well in their respective competitions. City win the league, Liverpool gone on to miss out on the league but won the FA Cup. People say it doesn't help you. It does, because if you're in the semi-final, you get to a final, you can win it, and it'll galvanise you to the second half of the season. It's even helped you. 2016 United, Mourinho won it, and we went on to win the Europa League as well. We missed out on the top four, but it doesn't matter because it galvanised. It still helps us.
Oh, massively.
Guys, it's that time. Dan, thank you very much. I know we're going to see you again, especially on a Wednesday, if by some miracle it does go to penalties and you give us the dicking. I'm sure Solo will send you out the invite. We have got a watch along, me and TalkMU. There will be a reaction show. We will be on again.
Count me in. Count me in. Even if we're the team that gets a dicking, count me in.
So yeah, we'll get the we'll get the link sent out to you long before that. Andy, you on Wednesday for the reaction?
No, I'm going to the game.
Oh, you got to. Ooh.
I'm going. I'm going
right.
with my dad. I got him a treat. So me and my brother are taking him over games over Christmas. So I'm taking him to Burnley. My brother's taking him against I think it's Forest and maybe Bournemouth. Everton. There's no point because it's on TV and save a bit of money. You know, not giving the Gimps any more money over that weekend. You know what I mean?
What's the point? There's no wrong. Sit in front of the box, big bag of cans, and just chill with the family. Why not?
Yeah,
it makes perfect sense. It makes perfect sense. Guys, in the chat, as always, you don't have to be here, but you are. We appreciate it all. Just a couple of words I really want to say. As the new year's coming, I just think that, obviously everybody has different things going on in their life. Life's short. You never know when it's going to end. So live life as much as you can. That's a special message to a couple of people. One I just heard from very recently, and the other one I heard from a little bit earlier. So guys in the chat, look, as I said, life's hard, but live it as much as you can because you never know when it's going to end. Yeah. This has been the Man United agenda. This has been me. Oh, I nearly forgot. Andy. Bloody hell, my manners. Where can we find you, man?
You can... Wow. Right. You can find me on TikTok where I don't stop. And you can find me on Instagram at Andrew.Tate74. And you'll find me on the Man United agenda every Monday after every weekend game. And subscribe to the agenda, and you'll find me on Stretford Paddock and subscribe to the Stretford Paddock.
Lovely. And Dad, where can we find you?
Everywhere but OnlyFans. Literally, I am like shit in a field. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, everywhere. All you got to do is search Turf Morehouse. As you've seen in the name throughout. And thank you for having me. I really appreciate it and getting obviously speak to yourself and Andy.
No problem. Wednesday, as I said, the invite's there for Wednesday.
I'll definitely do it. Definitely
no problem. We'll get that link sent out whatever time the show finishes. We'll be on 10 minutes after the show. As I said, we will have the watch along. Guys, as I said, as always, thank you very much. This has been us, been me. Oh, that's Dan. That's not me. It's been me, Mr. B. It's been Andy and Dan. Thanks for watching, guys. Cheers.